I was the second of 5 siblings in a community of an extended loving family. My parents were very strict and demanded discipline and taught us integrity. When asked who my role models are, I say without hesitation and with conviction, my parents. Ripley, Mississippi was segregated, but our parents shielded us from all but necessary contact with the white community and taught us about segregation and its impact. They told us on a regular basis that nobody else was better than us and that we were better than no one else. It didn't matter if they were black. At a very early age, my father would every Christmas without fail buy us a basketball and a goal. My mother would even make the net out of old material. And the neighborhood kids would all come over to play. When my sister and I moved to the city school where they had a basketball team, we both made first team. We were very good together. And we led the team in bringing the trophies to our school every year. This earned much pride in our small community. My father was a sharecropper and known as being very good at it. He and my mother had worked all their lives and saved for a very home of their own, and to make that dream and work to make that dream a reality. So they took all their savings to purchase a home with 3 acres. For this, we were very proud. My father then got a job at the local gin company and worked there for about a year. When the cotton industry declined, my father, for the first time in his life, found himself without a job. Of course, everyone knew in this town there were no jobs in Ripley. The town richest family, son, and my father grew up playing together. J.H., as he was called, went away to college and became a military pilot. His father owned the airport in Ripley, where he flew back yearly to visit. He always came to visit my father, and this time offered my father a job in Columbia, where he was the Boone County Hospital administrator. When my father had a house set up to bring the family, with a guarantee of a job for my mother upon arrival at the laboratory at Boone Hospital. After much thought, my parents decided to give it a try. I was entering my junior year in high school and had always attended a segregated school, but I would now go to Hickman, an integrated school. I had been involved in all the social activities, and that would probably not happen at the new school, my father said. My father also then informed me there was no girls basketball team at Hickman. Finally, I had fallen for my childhood classmate at the age of 14, and I'd have to leave him behind. So my world felt like it was coming to an end with this move. My well-respected basketball coach and his wife came to visit. They had heard the news of our move. They had just built a new home with plenty of room and asked my parents to allow me to stay with them for the next 2 years and then come to Columbia between sessions. To my surprise, my parents agreed. Upon graduating from high school, I moved to Columbia, got a job at Boone Hospital, and trained as one of their first operating room technicians. I stayed in touch with my childhood sweetheart, Lonnie Ratliff, and during one of my visits back to Mississippi, we became engaged. Lonnie relocated to Columbia and roomed with my cousin and her wife and her husband. Got a job at Boone Hospital also. I loved my work and was very successful at it. My desire, which I felt was out of my reach, was to become an operating room nurse. I was a regular scrub technician for the top general physician at Boone Hospital, Dr. Eugene Windmiller, who had on many occasions told me I needed to become a nurse to earn what I was capable of earning. When I returned from my first maternity leave, Dr. Windmiller informed me that he had spoken with my husband, had gone to the bank, and made arrangements for funding for my training. And we would pay him back when I finished, which we did. Parents to 3 beautiful children who we adored. Yes. Deborah Ratliff Jackson, Pamela Ratliff Harden, and our son and youngest, Kenneth, who died of kidney disease at an early age. Despite our terrible loss, together we bounced back. We were a happy family, but also very aware of the inequities which were more manifested because we had been convinced racial mainly existed in the South, and Columbia was not considered by us as the South. I was drawn into the movement by my older sister, who was working to include blacks on the Columbia Housing Authority, which drew the ire of many. Tense division broke out in the group, and my sister, who was slated to be the leader of the movement, decided to quit, leaving a board. I don't remember how it happened. I certainly did not seek the leadership role, but all of a sudden I was cast into the leadership role with Attorney Betty and Clyde Wilson, Mitch and Sandra Rosenholt, promising to provide me with all the help I thought I needed. My family had recently felt the painful realization of housing discrimination in Columbia when we had tried to purchase one of 3 small houses on Sexton Road. We were scheduled to see the house with the owner on a Sunday afternoon. After thinking about it, I told my husband, I wondered if the owner knew that we were black. We decided to call and let him know, and he became very apologetic, telling us he could not sell the house to us because he would not be able to sell the other 2 houses. This deepened my desire to fight for the fair housing ordinance and fight against discrimination in all forms. Yes. And a fight it was. The ordinance only passed after it was apparent it was going to become national law. I was soon appointed to the city's Human Rights Commission and served as its chairman. Yeah. I was elected as president of the Columbia NAACP, president of the state of Missouri NAACP, and a national board member of the NAACP. I received awards too numerous to mention for my work to improve the life of all. Today, I continue to fight for a better Columbia and a better world. I always say, if there's a problem and it's fixable, then fix it.